Hey guys, welcome back to Distance Learning. Today we're going to go over Week 8, Day 2. Just like I always do, I'll read the directions first, then we'll read the text, and finally we'll come back and answer the questions. Okay? If I'm ever moving too fast, feel free to pause the video. If you ever have any questions that perhaps I'm not answering in the video, feel free to contact me or any other of your teachers. Let's go ahead, let's get into it. Alright, so Day 2, first read. Read and respond to text. Objective. Today you will read magnetic fields in the magnetic compass and answer questions about the text. Directions. Note, you can find a mini lesson supporting today's lesson on the DCPS YouTube channel. This is true, but we're doing it together anyway, so you don't have to do that. Read the text one time with minimal interruptions. Answer the question below using complete sentences. Pay attention to grammar and punctuation. Be sure to use evidence from the text to support your answer. So just like last times we've done this, these questions will come back and answer after we've read the text. Okay. Excuse me. Magnetic fields and the magnetic compass. If you were in a forest, chances are there wouldn't be any street signs to help direct you. That's why you need a compass to help you find your way using the power of a magnetic field. What is a magnetic field? Magnets are objects that produce an area of magnetic force called a magnetic field. Magnetic fields by themselves are invisible to the human eye. Magnets attract or pull objects made of materials that are very attracted to magnets. These materials include iron and nickel. A magnet also reacts to another magnet when they are close enough to each other. What are magnetic poles? Magnets come in different shapes, strengths, and sizes. However, they all have a north pole and a south pole. The south pole of one magnet is attracted to another's magnet's north pole. However, the north poles of both magnets would repel or push each other away. So just like we saw in class with Ms. Moreno, and perhaps I've showed you a few times, sometimes a magnet will attract, which means they come close to each other, they stick together. Sometimes they will repel, which means they will try to get away from each other. If you have a north and a south pole and you put them together, they're going to attract. But if you have a north and a north pole and you put them together, they're going to repel. Okay? What are the Earth's poles? The Earth is like a huge magnet. It has a magnetic field. It also has magnetic north and south poles. The Earth's magnetic poles are not to be confused with its geographical poles, though. The Earth is tilted on an axis. The geographic North Pole is located at the most northern end of the axis. This place is in the middle of the Arctic Ocean. The geographic South Pole is located at the most southern end of the axis, and this can be found in Antarctica. The Earth's magnetic poles are in the general direction of the planet's geographical poles. However, unlike the geographical poles, the magnetic poles are not always in the same place. They are moving slowly. What this basically means is that although you could probably find the North Pole very far north on the Earth, since it is moving slowly, it may not be in the exact place that you think it's going to be. And the same thing for the South Pole. How does a compass work? A compass is used to show direction. There are different types of compasses. They include the magnetic compass, the solar compass, and the gyro compass. When people talk about compass, they often think of the magnetic compass. A magnetic compass is usually comprised of a magnetized needle and a card with north, south, east, and west printed on it. One end of the needle is attracted to the Earth's magnetic North Pole. This end is often painted red. With one end showing you the direction of north, you can use the compass to figure out the other directions too. Okay, now we've read the text. Let's go ahead and let's begin to answer the questions. Just like last time, where we have our three-column organizer. In the middle is going to be the question we answer. On the left is going to be the text that we're going to go back and read to help us get our answer. And on the right is where we'll write our answer. Question number 1. What is a magnetic field? Let's read the text to help us remember what is a magnetic field. Magnets are objects that produce an area of magnetic force called a magnetic field. Magnetic fields by themselves are invisible to the human eye. Magnets attract or pull objects made of materials that are very attracted to magnets. These materials include iron and nickel. A magnet also reacts to another magnet when they are close enough to each other. What is a magnetic field? You can use what we just read now, what we read before in the text to help you answer. Please write at least 1 to 2 sentences that explain what a magnetic field is. I'll give you 10 seconds and then I'm going to move on. Right, so a magnetic field is an invisible force that is created when you put 2 magnets in close proximity to each other, or when 2 magnets are close to each other. How does a compass work is question number 2. Let's go back and let's read. A compass is used to show direction. There are different types of compasses. They include the magnetic compass, the solar compass, and the gyro compass. When people talk about compass, they often think of the magnetic compass. A magnetic compass is usually comprised of a magnetized needle and a card with north, south, east, and west printed on it. One end of the needle is attracted to the Earth's magnetic north pole. This end is often painted red. With one end showing you the direction of north, you can find, or you can use the compass to figure out the other directions too. So for this question it says, how does a compass work? We're going to focus on the magnetic compass. All right, so how does a magnetic compass work? Right, so the magnetic compass, they use the Earth's north pole, and they use a metal that is highly attracted to this magnetic field, like iron, for example, and they take a I guess 4 directional arrows. One pointed toward the north. That's the one that's going to be attracted with that metal I was talking about, and they kind of use that to determine the other directions that are on the compass. So for example, if north is facing right ahead of you, then south must be behind you, east would be to your right, and west would be to your left. Okay? Let's see. Next question. What does the phrase general direction mean as it is used in the sentence? The Earth's magnetic poles are in the general direction of the planet's geographical poles. Let's go back and read the text really quickly to see if it will help us any. The Earth's magnetic poles are in the general direction of the planet's geographical poles. However, unlike the geographical poles, the magnetic poles are not always in the same place. So we talked about this a little bit, about how the top of the Earth, though that's where the North Pole may be, it may not be exactly in the place that you think it is. And they give you a big clue here when they say because that pole may move, right? So again, the question is asking you, what does the phrase general direction mean as is used in the sentence? The Earth's magnetic poles are in the general direction of the planet's geographical pole. So they're saying the pole is what? to the geographical pole? It's probably something. I'll give you 10 seconds. The Earth's magnetic pole is probably what? That's another way to kind of think about the question. It's probably blank to the geographical pole. So it's probably close to the geographical pole. So when you're talking about the general direction, they're saying that it's close to where the geographical pole is, but it may not be exactly there. Okay? All right, so for this last piece, let's read it, and then I'll tell you what I would like for you to do. Summarize what you've learned about how compasses work and how people in their everyday lives, and how, let me read that again. Summarize what you've learned about how compasses work and help people, there we go, in their everyday lives. Be sure to use details from the text in order to support your answer. So here, they just want you to summarize. You can do this by thinking about what you've read and writing, let's say, 3 sentences about what you've read about compasses and how they help people in their lives. So if you can think about 3 sentences about what you learned about compasses and how they help people, you're going to put that down there, and then we're going to be done for today. I'm going to give you another 10 seconds to do it. After that, we'll come back for a brief moment, and then we'll end our lesson. Be sure to use details from the text to support your answer, which we always do. This means use information that you learned from the text. Okay, great job, guys. I'm very, very proud of you. We're doing such a great job with this distance learning. This is the second to the last week. We have one more week of distance learning, then we are home free. Again, please feel free to reach out to your teachers anytime, at any moment, for anything that you might need. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Everyone stay safe, and I'll see you when I see you.